Hello. Are we live?
We are.
Ah, hello, wonderful people. Welcome to dasourcewall, issue 11, with us, the dynamic 3-4 foursome of magicness. Okay, this is really long intro.
That was a horrible.
I know,
horrible
but I'm very tired and I'm still thawing out because I nearly drowned in the snow. Anyway, fucking let's get to it. Man like Rich. It was a lot of snow. You got wonderful man like Rich. I know, you got wonderful man like Red Hood.
Hey.
That stealth. Man like Josh.
It's me.
There you go.
Yes, it is.
He's a cat. And me, London specialist Isha Santi. Start us off, Rich. Where are we starting from?
Hey. So we could have started off with some bad news, but it's actually good news. Well, kind of. Kevin Smith had a heart attack recently.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What is this good news?
Yeah.
Kevin
So
Smith, Silent Bob.
Yeah. He had a heart attack on Sunday after a live show. He was doing his first live comedy show. And yeah, he had a full-on heart attack, but luckily he seeked help before it got really serious. You should actually watch it.
Good.
Yeah, he uploaded because obviously everyone's sending their love and everything, and he uploaded a video. I think it was a Facebook video. But yeah, he kind of, you know how he tells his stories. He's kind of going in on what happened in full detail. It's pretty funny and it's pretty sad as well.
I tell you, it must be the pressures of entertaining.
Yeah.
Listen.
I should
Get
laugh.
well soon. Get well soon, Silent Bob. Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Silent Bob. Aww.
Yeah. They should definitely do a second part to that.
They really should. They're hilarious.
Bob, man. Take care of yourself.
Okay. Live long and prosper. What's next?
Okay, so next, that's what I was going to ask you before we started, actually. Inhumans actor Gemma Chan. Because someone was in Inhumans, weren't they?
Not Inhumans. They were Inhumans.
Humans. Sorry, humans.
I definitely wasn't in Inhumans. This is that thing. No.
So, the actress Gemma Chan, your friend, she's been cast in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, heard about that.
Yeah. So she's going to.
No shade.
Showing mad love, way.
No, because wasn't she in Transformers a minute ago? And then
she's been in a few things actually.
I need to Google. I don't even know who Gemma Chan is.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, if she's in Miss Marvel, cool.
Yeah.
We'll see how she goes. She's an amazing actress, but in Humans, she's brilliant as like a synthetic.
Oh, is she the main one from?
Yeah, she was the main one, the house robot.
Yeah.
It sounds weird to actually say that out loud. The house robot.
Yes, the house
robot.
Yeah.
The house bot.
The house bot. No, but she's a really, really good actress and she's lovely. So it'll be interesting to see her in that. So yeah,
So
we'll see.
She's playing a Kree geneticist spy.
Okay. So good work.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Humans, watch Humans because someone is coughing hella loud. Watch Humans because it's really, really, really good, and you might see me floating around in there in the first season, second season, and the third season. So.
Yeah, but yeah, she's playing a Kree called Minerva.
Okay.
Minerva. Minerva. She's basically a Kree that's got the same same powers.
You can say that characteristics.
Yeah, same characteristics as Miss Marvel.
That's pretty dope.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
It's good, but you know, I think it's one of those things where the villains are got the same powers. protagonist.
That's becoming a bit stale. I mean, that was one of the things that was almost off-putting about Black Panther when I found out. Having said that, that worked out really well.
Seen it.
Having said that worked out really well.
You still haven't seen it?
I've seen it twice, and I'm seeing it again on Monday. How have you not seen it? I saw it yesterday, actually. Like, seriously.
Life, innit?
Oh, days. Come back next Wednesday. I've seen it 3 times.
I've seen it 3 times. I feel like I haven't seen it enough now, so I need to see it enough.
Anyway, we're not talking about Black Panther. We're talking about Miss Marvel. Hello.
For now.
But anyways, just saying that it's becoming stealth. They did it with Iron Man. They did it with Hulk. They did it with Hulk. I mean, who else is the Hulk going to fight but Abomination anyway? So fair dues.
Everyone. The Hulk should fight everyone.
He's done it with everyone.
Literally, the Hulk should fight. Yeah, man, they should blatantly do that. Where the Hulk just goes, wah, and he just beats out everyone. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Well, yeah, that's when he goes a bit ballistic. And they throw him off realm, innit? So if he's gonna do that, they got to do it properly, where he goes completely berserk, and then they can't control him.
We're not gonna get that movie.
No.
Their opportunity was to do that in Age of Ultron, but they just had him mash up Wakanda a bit. People forget that was Wakanda, by the way.
That wasn't Wakanda.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
No,
I swear down that was Wakanda.
No, it was South Africa or something.
Yeah,
I swear down that was Wakanda.
No,
it was South Africa. You just getting happy because it was Africa, fam. You just like, wow.
I'm not even trying to be one of those people. I swear they mentioned Wakanda in Age of Ultron, and then that's why they were there.
No. They mentioned it when I think it was Wakanda. Yeah. He mentioned it. He mentioned it
anyway.
Yeah, when he was showing his tattoo about how he stole something, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, and Dr. Banner was telling everyone where he was and where the adamantium vibranium came from, because they was looking for him and they found out where he was, and he had trouble saying Wakanda. Yeah, but yeah, no, it wasn't. Wakanda wasn't the country that they.
Oh, my bad.
Hulk went.
Excuse my ignorance.
That's just wishful thinking. It's fine.
I'm not trying to. No, even before Black Panther came out, I always thought it was Wakanda. I always thought it was because they mentioned it, and then and my bad. I'm not one of those ignorant people that just says Africa. I know it's a continent.
It was a country.
Many countries.
Okay, what's next?
So, actually, sorry, just one more thing. If you want to find Dr. Minerva, her first appearance was in Captain Marvel issue 50, 1977, by Scott Eldman and Al McGroom. So yeah, there's a bit of some and some there. Yes, sir. So next is Comcast Bids on Fox European satellite TV provider Sky TV. I know everyone here is familiar with Sky TV, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have old Sky.
So basically, what this means is if Comcast they want to actually just buy Sky TV, which Fox owns, and they're willing to pay 13 billion for it, and Fox owns 39% of Sky over here.
Okay.
But the deal that Disney is putting on Fox is 52.4 billion.
Jesus Christ.
So if
fucking pagans and their money.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the reason why it could lead to Disney's deal being put back and go back onto the drawing board, because there's a substantial amount of money. They don't want to buy all of it. They just want to buy that bit. That's Sky
There's
TV.
There's still hope of us getting the Fantastic Four back. That's what I mean.
Not really. I think not really, because if it's just a Sky TV, it's just Sky really. So it's all the channels and that network. So
this is
put them on TV. Put them in
Come on, Fox. Just sell your soul to Disney,
Fantastic
man.
Four
Just
TV series. Let's watch that.
They are actually
Avengers every week.
Yeah, They are actually going to do a Fantastic Four series.
Are they?
Apparently, yeah.
All
It's
right.
either going to be a series or a
Believe it when I see it.
TV show.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, it's a film series.
Do you not want to see that? What do you viewers think? Do you want a Fantastic Four series, TV show? Do you think it would work?
I think
well, it's actually a TV series, but it's going to be focused on the kids, so it's not necessarily the.
Oh God, no! We did have this conversation. Yeah, I was not about that.
Wait, is this the one that I saw the other day? That when it says the kids, as in
Franklin Richards and Valerie. Valeria, sorry.
What's her name?
Is it Valeria?
Valeria.
Yeah, Valeria.
No. Velcro. Let's call her
already not interested.
Yeah, it just sounds like another one of those kiddie Disney TV series kind of thing. If it was something like, what's that film? They did a trailer for the second part as well. The Impossibles or something like that. Help me.
Incredibles.
Incredibles. That's it.
Yeah.
You need to get that right. You need to show some respect to the Incredibles stuff.
I'm not 100% today. Impossible. But
so I'm tired. No, carry on. Yes, The Incredibles.
Yeah, if they do a film like that, then maybe. But then it's a copy of a copy, really, isn't it? But segueing from that, Silver Surfer movies in development apparently.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Who's doing it? Is it Fox doing it?
And Lawrence Fishburne's doing the voice. Lawrence doing the voice again, so I'm happy about that.
Is it Fox doing it?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not with it.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
We are not interested in the cloud.
Silver Surfer, I would want it to feel like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, in terms of its space, not in terms of tone, but in terms of like aesthetic.
Cosmic.
Yeah, the cosmic part of it, like, and feel connected. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like anytime anyone just says Fox, I just get like a quick flash in my mind of all these flashes from Fox Fantastic Four films and all this shit, and I'm like, no, or whatever.
Yeah, I think definitely. If they do it like it's just about him before he became the Silver Surfer, and then introduced Galactus.
Yeah,
and then that development from the deal that he did with Galactus, and
being his own planet and his love. I forgot his wife. I remember his name was Norrin Rad.
Yeah, that's
I always remember because there was in the cartoon back in the day. Did you not watch the animated series?
I used to love that cartoon.
It was sick, right? I just remember saying, remember your name is Norrin Rad. It was so sick. Like, it was a shame because it was near the end of the whole Marvel animated joint universe thing. It was coming to the end of it where X-Men was coming to the end and Spider-Man was coming to the end. So
yeah.
And so then Silver Surfer was like the last one, I think.
And it was a short series. It was short.
That and that Avengers cartoon. But it's a shame. It was, to me, I watched it religiously, and it's a shame it got cancelled so early. I think it only got one season.
Yeah, and it was like 13 episodes or something.
Yeah, it was like 13. Yeah. I remember I watched it.
Don't quote me, but
it was about 13. Because I remember doing it once because I was thinking it before you said it was about 13. It's a shame. But that was really good.
There could be some good news to it. I mean, even though it's still Fox, and they're just going ham on these films anyway. But Brian K. Vaughan is supposed to be writing the treatment for it. So if you don't know who Brian K. Vaughan is,
you won't know.
Yeah, he's really good. He's done Marvel's Runaways, Saga, Paper Girl, Why the Last Man. Yeah.
Why the Last Man?
Brian K. Vaughan, if you haven't read any of his stuff, get out there and read some. What are you doing now? Just finish watching the podcast. Get on Amazon or whatever your provider is. Get you some Brian K. Vaughan literature. Yeah, you will not be disappointed. May I recommend Saga?
That's the only good. That's one solace to it. That's one good news to it. I mean,
I
don't want to see another fart cloud. I don't want to see a giant fart cloud.
If he's doing it, I hope they
get it right.
They gave him the freedom to do it properly, and not say, "Oh, we the studio want this and this." I don't want none of that.
Yeah.
There was there was actually supposed to be another spin-off film after Fantastic Four Part 2.
Yeah.
But because it was poor performance and poor reception, they didn't do it. No. So we could have had a Silver Surfer with Lawrence Fishburne, film. And as you can see, like, it's based on his history now. He's always in these sci-fi, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
If it actually.
What's next?
We'll keep our eyes peeled. We'll keep our eyes peeled. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, along with Silver Surfer, I think there's something weird going on over at Fox. They're still doing, you should still do your business, but the amount of things that they're coming out with now is beyond ridiculous, and it makes you think. I really hope that these are good and not.
I just think they're trying to hold on, because remember, they didn't make. Who had Daredevil? Was it Sony? Or was it?
No, it was. Was it Lionsgate?
Yeah, it was Lionsgate. But anyway, I was just basically saying, I feel like, because remember they weren't making a movie, so we got Daredevil back, and then we got whoever else we got back.
Yeah,
and I just feel like Fox is trying their hardest to hold on to those rights.
They just need to let them go, man. Just let them go.
It was Fox actually that did have.
Yeah, well, I thought it was Fox.
It was
Fox. Yeah. They're just they're trying. They want those rights. Superhero movies are like the thing right now.
Yeah.
So they're like the modern day westerns.
Exactly.
So like,
I mean, they've got Deadpool 2 coming out. That's coming out in May.
Yeah. If it weren't for Ryan Reynolds as well, that would have been a flop. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
like, he made, and I don't mean like his acting and his portrayal, but I mean like his fight to make this a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows Fox are rubbish. He knows. He's well aware.
He makes fun of it in the film. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
I mean, yeah.
But he was kind of made for that part, so that like
definitely
that he got that.
No, he was. I always said he was playing Deadpool when he was in Blade Trinity.
Yeah, he was.
Just
every film he's been in.
Van Wilder. Van Wilder was just Wade Wilson.
I remember that.
You say that all the films are literally Ryan Reynolds. They're not Deadpool or they're literally Ryan Reynolds. You go back, you watch two guys going to the pizza place.
Yeah, that was just Deadpool.
That's why he works with Deadpool, but he's still Ryan Reynolds, fam. Like, he's Ryan Reynolds in every film.
No, it's Deadpool first, then Ryan Reynolds later.
So yeah, you got that. You got Dark Phoenix in November. New Mutants. Gambit. Apparently, Gambit is still in development.
See? Believe it when I see it.
X-Force. Yeah. That's what I think a lot of the characters in the X-Force film will be in Deadpool 2. I'm hoping. So hopefully
it'd be a good way to introduce them.
Yeah, definitely. You
know what, Fox? Stand to your left, stand to my left, because you ain't right.
Right. They've even got Doctor Doom as well.
Oh,
they're making a Doctor Doom movie.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Believe it when I see it.
That's with the creator of Noah Hawley, the guy who did Fargo and Legion.
Oh, okay. Fargo was a good film, and Legion obviously is my favorite. So I'm about that.
I think it's Fargo the series, the TV series.
Yeah.
Rich. Yeah. I'm just gonna say to you now, Rich. I'm so sorry.
I know. I'm
so sorry, man.
That's your favorite. That's your baby, innit? Like that's.
I want that to be
like
really,
my brother.
Good,
Oh man.
I want
eyes peeled, people.
I want him to be pretty similar to Killmonger. You know, that kind of vein, that kind of. I don't even want to say villain, nemesis.
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Who do you want to play him?
Antagonist.
Who do you want to play him? The same guy that was in Fantastic
you know what?
or someone else?
Nah.
What's his name from Nip Tuck?
Yeah. I think that's why I couldn't.
Show as well.
It was good, wasn't it? I used to love that as well.
Yeah, that was a dope show.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know who I can picture playing him.
Someone with not an American accent.
Yeah. He can't have an American accent. Definitely has to have a European accent, man. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want this guy that was brethren with Reed Richards for like their time and we've been friends since we were kids.
Well, I don't mind the aspect of them going to uni or college.
Yeah, that's
they had that kind of rivalry there.
Yeah.
I don't want something where when we were 12 years old, I was sent here from another country. That's why I have this American accent. And I knew this guy would be my rival forever. And one day we'd get powers and fights and stuff.
Yeah, that would be a bit lame.
Yeah, just a tad.
I'm sure. Let me quickly have a look. 'Cause I'm sure he met up with the Ancient One before Stephen Strange did. You know, I'm sure that did happen in the comics. Maybe I could be mistaken. But that's why I like
delve
it
into the archives. To find out.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what Fox is trying to produce while all this business sales is
trying to hold on to them rights.
They're trying to make as many films so that they can buy all of this shit. Like, just let's let Disney do what it's doing, be part of Disney, and Disney again, like we said, just do Disney Dark for the adults, and then that's just us in it. So,
they should call it Disney Max. Remember when they did the Max comics? That's where Jessica Jones came from. That's what they should call the movie. So like Max movies or stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
it won't have Disney in the name. Whatever it is, like the same way as you got other imprints on other lines or whatever, and they go under that thing, like Vertigo and all that. It'll be the same thing. Disney will own it, but it will be called something else.
Welcome to Disney Max Cinematic Universe.
Do that.
DMCU is what they should call it.
Do you know what I was thinking? Actually,
that's it.
They should bring out. They used to do the one shots.
Yeah,
they should bring those back, but bring them back with the Netflix characters as well as the movie characters. So it's just like a 5-10 minute episode. Yeah, just a random 5, 10, maybe 15-minute episode. Yeah. So you get that Spider-Man and I don't know, Daredevil or Punisher and Spider-Man, or just something small, just to wet the taste.
That'll be so dope.
Yeah.
Remember where you heard it here first, okay?
Email these folk, man. Okay? Like we fans are coming up with all the ideas. Like, what you
bring that shizzle back, man. Bring it back.
Remember to just send us the checks, when you start.
Good ideas that mean
that's why we're not allowed to give ideas.
I know
that's a free one. That's a free one.
No, take the idea, man. I'd rather see it.
Yeah, but that's literally why it's like you can't. Someone could tweet something on Twitter and they'll be like, "Well, we were going to do that, but we can't do it now because you tweeted it to us," which means you could turn around and say, "You gave us that idea." I mean, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Yeah. Like same thing with video games, same thing with comic books, same thing with TV shows. That everyone's trying to give their idea.
Percentage. I'm cool.
See, that's why. See, he's ruined it for everyone.
Feel like we can both eat.
If you ever see what my dude Richard just said, we don't want the money. Just do the one shots. Just do the one shots. You don't want the money, man.
You don't want the money. He's like, I want the money.
Don't listen to him.
Money's good.
He's got the flu right now. He's delirious.
I can make my own one shots with this money. Okay, what's next?
Damn,
so keeping on the Marvel movies, Toys of Infinity.
You got my picture messages, yeah?
Yeah, man. Those are. There's some major spoilers going on with Lego.
There's mad spoilers, yo.
Major spoilers.
Ooh. Tell the people.
So maybe the people don't want to know.
I mean,
spoilers, people.
You don't know, you won't know. I'm telling you anyway.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's on a Lego box.
yeah.
Can I tell you a lot about the?
Go on, you go.
It was like the 4. What toy was this? I only took a picture of the back, but it was like it's got Bruce Banner and Falcon on it and whatever. But the characters that we weren't sure of that are on it are Outrider. Anyone know Outrider?
The Outriders are those aliens that
those are the aliens that you were talking about. Yeah. So they got Outrider, and we've got Proxima Midnight, which I'm sure that hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah. Proxima has all the Proxima Midnight. I can't remember all the names.
Yeah, all them have been announced already.
Yeah, they have. They've had.
That's hardly a spoiler, then, is it? You're making me look foolish, August. I mean,
get your unexclusive right here at the source wall.
Actually, well, there is some things that have been spoiled from it. Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of like a new axe that he's got, and it looks like Yarnborn, which is the ultimate hammer from the Ultimate Marvel universe. But actually, on the packaging, I don't think it is Lego. Actually, it was another toy. But on the packaging, it says the name of the weapon is Stormbreaker. And if anyone knows what Stormbreaker is actually Beta Ray Bill's hammer. That's
But I was noticing they're making him look a lot more like Unworthy Thor, like Odin's son.
Yeah.
So he's got. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna get both his eyes back, like in the pictures here.
Well, I mean, they've even got both his eyes on there as well. So.
He got both his eyes. He's got the beard and the short hair, and he's got the axe, which is how he's looking in Unworthy Thor. Basically, the current incarnation of Thor right now.
Yeah,
which is pretty dope. I mean, I don't mind that because when they cut Chris Hemsworth's hair in Thor Ragnarok, I was like, oh, they're making him look like the way he does in the comics, which I ain't mad at that.
It's not
a bad look. It really isn't. He was probably tired of growing that hair or having those extensions in anyway.
Yeah.
Was it me? Sorry, slight tangent. Was it me, or when in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first or second one? No, the first one. When they blew up the one with the power gem. Is that the first one or second?
The second one. That was the second one.
Yeah. So when they blew
with the ether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they blew up the collector's storage got blown up.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was the first
Guardians.
One.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
You probably did say Guardians, but I heard Thor for some reason.
Oh, okay. No. Sorry. Yeah. So when they blew up the collector's storage unit thing, and a lot of things come flying out. Did anybody else see the Billy? I can never say his name. Yeah, Beta Ray Bill. Anybody else see him fly out of the?
I think didn't he have wasn't there a skeleton or something?
There was a skeleton.
Yeah.
I think the skeleton was in the skeleton was in the first one. I think.
Yeah.
The silhouette was in.
You see a statue of it on the planet in Thor Ragnarok.
In Thor Ragnarok as well. Yeah.
I don't think it's saying it's Beta Ray Bill. I think they're just saying this is
he's coming.
The race. His race exists.
Yeah. I think there was one in his vault in one of the collector's vault. But I think going off of that with Beta Ray Bill being one of the champions in Thor Ragnarok, I think they should probably do something with that. Maybe in the next Infinity Avengers film or something standalone with him. It would actually probably be good if it was like Silver Surfer and Beta Ray Bill.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
But we can only wish that Fox. Come on, Brian. Fight the studio and get this right, please. Okay, what's next?
Yeah. There was actually another toy as well, the Iron Spider. So.
Oh yeah. But you saw that in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, but this one's with the actual tentacles. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I ain't seen that one.
Tentacles are not included. No, I'm joking.
So yeah,
cool.
onto DC stuff. Zachary Levi in costume, being spotted in costume. So Shazam.
Oh, was that Shazam? That was Shazam, wasn't it?
Shazam.
Are there images of that? Because I haven't seen that.
Are we
yes, there
excited
is.
for Shazam? Are you like excited for it or?
When it comes to the DC movies at this point, they announced them. I'm like, all right, we'll see, and then we'll just go from there. I wouldn't say I'm excited. I was excited about Batman v Superman, and look how that turned out.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know if you lot ever watched. I don't know if you lot ever watched How It Should Have Ended.
Yeah.
Those are so jokes. And when that trailer for Batman v Superman was announced, every episode became about Batman v Superman, where Batman's like, so it would be like Captain America Civil War. And they'll be like, no, and Batman at the end is like, I'm going to stop you. You know what I mean? And then they did the Taylor Swift Bad Blood, but they called it Bat Blood. They did a parody song. So it was all about leading up to Batman v Superman. But because the movie was such a disappointment, when they did How It Should Have Ended, they had nothing to say. It was so dead.
Yeah, it's they do pretty good ones. They did a Star Wars one the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, I watched that one. I forgot to say
that one, and it's always to the point. That's the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like something that's out of the way. Like you never think of. It's like
stuff that makes sense.
It's stuff that makes sense, and you probably was thinking when you walked out of the cinema.
Yeah. But my point being is that
someone out there saying it.
There's so much excitement for Batman v Superman at the time, and then that little cartoon enhanced my excitement. And then when the actual movie came out, I was like, this is just no. So anyway, point being is I'm not excited for Shazam. I'm just kind of like, all right, it's happening. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of how I feel about all Fox films. Yes. What else is on the radar?
No, see, it's different. With the DC ones, there's a chance that I'm going to go see those. I'm not going to any more of those Fox movies except for Deadpool. Like, we all know you're going to go see it.
Yeah, but I think I don't know, man. I think I'd rather see a Fox film than.
Serious?
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're both on
par
being.
I'll give you. Do you know what I will give you? I'll give you is that the X-Men movies have been better than what DC have done. So I will give you that. It's just that.
Really?
Well, what I mean is like,
I didn't like the X-Men.
Come on. When the X-Men movies came out, people were saying how much they loved them at the time.
Not me.
No, at the time. Most people.
I always hated them. I always hated them because they all did service Cyclops. It's all about Wolverine. I hated them. I hated the X-Men films. I hated their stupid black suit. I hated the stupid bendy optic glass. I hated that bloody Hugh Jackman was 7'4" and he was the front man of all of it. I hated that Halle Berry was in it and she was shit because I loved Halle Berry and then she was shit. Like, I hated all of it.
Don't even get me started about Halle Berry and Storm. Don't get me started.
The point being is that.
Don't get me started.
Do you think that? Go on, Kay.
I was just going to say, my point being is that most people enjoyed those movies at the time, including the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, even though that was Sony. But my point being, at the time of those movies, people enjoyed them. With these DC ones, at the time of them being around, nobody's enjoying them, or there's a very small minority.
But do you think that's because there's loads of movies now, so there's a lot to actually compare them to?
It's possible.
Yeah.
Because when X-Men came out, I feel very similar to how Josh feels. They were all right, but they weren't my X-Men. They weren't.
Yeah, I agree. They weren't my X-Men either. Rogue was the worst.
But do you think if that Superman and Batman came out back then, would it have the same impact? Because that was my X-Men, and this really isn't our, Batman and Superman, really.
That's a fair question. That's a fair point.
We can't really answer that because we're indoctrinated into the life of geekdom. So any film that comes out is going to be scrutinized to the highest degree.
Yeah,
from comics to TV show. You know what I mean? You'd have to ask someone who just watches films.
Mainstream fans, they're called.
Yeah,
you have to ask those cinema goers.
Yeah, I think one thing that saves the Avengers and the Marvel stuff is that when that came out, the stories that they were telling was very similar to the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
And they kind of mixed it with the Ultimate and the 616.
I was always saying that because I remember noticing that. I think it was the second time I watched the Avengers. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
the Ultimate. This is blatantly the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, exactly.
This ain't 616. And it wasn't like the Nick Fury thing. It was literally that aside. Even if they had a white Nick Fury, if you see what they did, that was the Ultimate Universe.
Exactly, exactly. So I think, I did enjoy Man of Steel, and there are certain bits. There's certain bits with Batman v Superman that I enjoyed, but
yeah, I'll give it that.
I just think it's the whole kind of, I don't know. It's just the whole. It's like building a Lego, and there's so much other shit that doesn't come in a package that you just want to put on. And it just doesn't work. Yeah, you've got something that looks cool. It looks cool, but when you actually assess it, it's just a bunch of rubbish, really.
Trash.
Real quick, what people were saying that they didn't like about Man of Steel, and this is people on their internets, on their keyboards,
keyboard warriors,
as they do, fun thugs as they do, and like, and they were like, oh, you know, Superman and Zod, they were destroying the buildings. How can they do that without any repercussions? And I'm thinking, that's not a reason to not like the movie. Like they do that every X-Men movie. They destroyed a lot. They destroyed a lot. Sorry? Yeah, but it's even the Avengers, but nobody was saying it. But when it was Man of Steel, it was like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I said this last time, but they were being alienists. I'm telling you. Mad alienists. I just think that wasn't a good enough reason to dislike the movie.
No, exactly. It wasn't.
Even then, the whole fallout follows into Batman versus Superman. That whole thing that everyone was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then if you turn around and go, well, they addressed it in the sequel, does that automatically make Man of Steel a better film because they're discussing the issue that you had with it in the first film? Because Avengers done it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the same thing. You guys can't be going around mashing everything up.
Yeah, but they did that after, didn't they? They did it after the... The only reason
they addressed it in Batman v Superman, because that's the first thing you notice, is like that's thrown at you straight away in Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
And, it's like, I remember being in the cinema being like, okay, so they're basically answering the fans, and I'm like,
I think with them killing so many people, I think that had more to do with Batman actually doing it than anything. Than actually people complaining about the heroes killing people.
Yeah, Batman's been killing, man. Go back and watch the Tim Burton movies.
Man.
But not as bad. Not as like.
Remember when he
in the car and fried it on someone?
He blew up a guy.
When he dropped the guy in the sewer and then he throws dynamite down there. That guy was.
That's
dead.
great.
Yeah.
That was great. That's the kind of Batman we want. Okay.
Oh man, it's the
I
Batman we
need
need.
that Batman.
No, but that's not the kind of Batman that everyone wants. Because when man comes and he starts doing this for something, everyone's like, Batman don't use this. Batman don't kill. Batman don't this. Batman don't that.
No, I need that Batman, and I need the that is obviously the Joker that is great. And then, you know what I mean? I need them to come together. The Heath Ledger Joker and this Batman.
I don't want no more Jokers. I've had enough. I'm Joker saturated. And Joker's my favorite villain. Do you know what I'm saying? Just stop. Like, if they do a Joker film, that's fine. I don't want another Batman film. That's Batman and the Joker. I've had enough.
Yeah, like, he's got such a huge rogues gallery.
Just do you know what I'm saying? There's so many things. That's why in the Nolan series, I like that it goes like Raish, Scarecrow. You know, there's a little bit of this and that. Joker's there, he's in it for one film, even though I know they want to follow on from it and whatever, but whatever happened. You get Two-Face, you get Bane, do you know what I'm saying? That there's a variety in that thing. That's 3 films, and they use the rogues and they use them good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Except for
just spread it out.
Except for who you're gonna say? Except for who?
Are you talking about the old Batman films?
No, the Nolan ones.
No ones. Yeah.
Oh right, sorry.
Ain't nobody trying to see the governor of LA.
Like what I don't want is like what they done in season 1 of Gotham, not even season 1, episode 1 of Gotham, where they literally just went, oh look, it's Poison Ivy. Oh look, it's Penguin. Oh look, it's this person. Oh look, it's that person. And I was just like, fucking hell, just like literally, I didn't want them to all be his the whole rogue gallery, and they all just happen to be like coming around when Bruce Wayne's parents get murdered.
He's not even an adult either. He's not even a teenager. And
No.
you see everyone there. It's just weird.
I don't watch that shit. No.
I stopped watching this season because it went on hiatus, and then I forgot about it. And then I saw a clip saying that the Joker isn't the Joker. Someone else is going to be the Joker. And I went, oh yeah, I forgot about that show. I need to go back and watch it.
Even though don't go back and watch it.
He was a good Joker, even though he's not whatever. He
was a really good Joker.
I thought he was officially now the Joker now.
Well, I think they're gonna make him into the Joker. I think they should do that.
I remember I don't know. Well,
I thought he was going to be the Joker, but I just because I saw an article saying he's not the Joker. Someone else is the Joker. I think they opened that up when they done that thing where he came back and he kind of had like a whole Joker clan or whatever. I was like, well, that sets up the potential for one of them being the Joker. But I was it was a little bit like, even though I understand Gotham's like its own thing or whatever, some of the things I'm like, it's too much. Like the writers go, oh, do you know what, fans didn't like this. Let's do this to remedy that or whatever.
Them.
That's DC all the way, man. Seriously, it is them all the way. They did that with New 52, with Rebirth. They do it with their films. They do it with the TV series. They do it with everything. I think that's the problem with them. Really, I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of the old school DC cartoons were actually pretty good, because they used to take chances and take risks. There was no cartoon like Batman, the Batman Adventures, and that was one in it, you know, the first of its kind. And then you had cartoons like, I mean, I know it's a Warner Brothers thing as well with Animaniacs and cartoons like that. They just go just to that little bit of the edge, and then they come back down.
Yeah.
But now it's just like
saturation. Rubbish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Very much so.
What's next on the agenda? Anyway?
Actually, I mean, we can carry on with this conversation because what is next is. Well, there's two things. There's one, Aquaman just had a screening, and apparently it's really good.
Good stuff, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, so was Batman v Superman, and so was the other ones. You know,
leads into that again. All right. Well,
and the other one is Mark Millar explains why Marvel movies are better than DC movies. So I mean, you know
what? Yeah.
So, all right. For one, I don't know about that Aquaman thing. I think I'm gonna have to wait for that to actually come out and see for myself. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Jason Momoa is really good. He's a good actor and whatever. He obviously suits Aquaman to a T. In terms of that,
Jason
Momoa, yeah. But it's but like that whole kind of braggadocious, you know what I mean, don't want to be king. It's like it's almost like the early years of King Trident, and then it's just but it's just we'll see, because obviously he was funny in whatever Justice League and whatever, but
funny.
I mean, we kind of needed it at that point. We kind of needed it at that point because it was just like. This everything else has been going downhill. We need a little bit of like haha. So it should be good, but as long as it's not, you know, like My Little Mermaid on Ritalin, then it's fine. Like I will go and watch it. We'll have to wait, like you said.
Yeah, I don't trust these reviews.
I mean, do you know what?
DC has lost all trust in the cinema.
Yeah. I mean, but with this movie, I mean, it's good that it did well at its test screening, but again, I'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they went back and started doing a whole bloody reshoot and postpone it till next year as well.
If they do reshoots, anyhow they do reshoots, I'm not going to see that in the cinema.
They always do reshoots, but I think certain films get more attention than others.
I'll take that back.
They do one of those extended reshoots, like some 3 months BS.
No, we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. By the time all these reshoots come out, Game of Thrones is here, and
that's what I'm saying. We got other stuff to watch.
Fuck Game of Thrones. Like, I was saying this today, going, "Oh yeah, Game of Thrones," because one of them annoying adverts came up for like some mobile Game of Thrones game, yeah. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's even a thing. I forgot about that." Like, you already sit with leaving their cliffhanger with a short series that was short anyway, yeah, with 15 minutes longer than usual, with 15 minutes which was just Daenerys walking around again. I was like, I ain't got time for this shit, and now you're gonna make me wait extra long for less episodes. Fuck it. I'm not even excited. I'll wait till it lands on my doorstep. I don't want to hear about Game of Thrones. Fuck it.
Well, it's coming out 2019, okay? But yeah, go ahead. What else is next?
So do we want to talk about that? Mark Millar explains why.
Yeah. Right. So my thing with that was he. Oh God, I had the article up and I forgot what he said now. I didn't agree with him. Yeah, go on. No, summarize it, and then I'll pick on what I wanted to say.
So summary, he was saying he basically thinks the DC characters ain't cinematic like the Marvel characters. So
excluding Batman, he said, right?
Excluding Batman. So basically, what he's saying is like,
they're gonna exclude Batman.
I think what they say he's trying to say
because
with
Batman's human.
Yeah, because Batman's got a secret. Yeah, he's got a secret identity. It's more about it sounds like he's saying he's basically because they got character, and it's like, well, I'm sure Superman and Wonder Woman has got character as well.
I relate more to Wonder Woman than I do to Batman. I mean, like,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's saying because it's more based around their secret identity rather than their superpower. With DC, it's more of their superpower. So there's not really that much you can do, I think.
But that though, I don't agree with that on bare terms. One, because Wonder Woman came out and was a successful film and everyone liked it.
Yeah.
So that already is a lie. With Superman, his whole thing of his secret identity is the fact that he's trying to be human. That's what the films need to be about him trying to fit into a world that he's not part of. And then obviously as well, like for me, and what I liked about the original Superman films from the 70s and the 80s, not all of them, but
Superman 5, yeah?
Yeah,
you know what? Was it Nuclear Man?
Quest for Peace.
No, none of that. Yeah, but you watch. I'm going to do a fan edit of the Superman film, and it's going to be the best Superman film you've ever seen in life, yeah? Hold out. Yeah. Believe, I'll get into that in a second. But in the original Superman films, is that even in the second one with its funny topsy-turviness with Donna being cut and all that drama, it was the thing that he was, oh, look at me, I'm Superman. It was like everyone loved Superman. He was the best. But then he came up against these challenges that were actually, oh, do you know what? I might not actually win. Even in the third one to an extent, even though the third one's bad and whatever, it still had that kind of thing that this shit happens to Superman, the Man of Steel, the Invincible Man. Yet he's still having his issues, as well as, you know, I thought they dealt with his whole identity thing and trying to hide it from Lois Lane. That's a big thing. That's why I always hated, like, in Spider-Man, when his thing comes off and he's in a bus full of people. Man would have been on that old California. I'd be like, yo, Jameson, fam, I know who Spider-Man is. You can't say it. Come on, you tell me, I don't care if you save my life, fam. Like,
do you know what though?
Okay, cool.
Do you know what though? To counter that a bit, I love reading some of the comments, and sometimes that happens, and they're like, "Who the hell is this guy anyway? I don't know this guy. I see your face, but I have no idea who you are."
They did that actually. Shout out to my bro who's finally watching the Justice League animated series. But remember when Lex Luthor and the Flash's mind was switched? And then Lex Luthor was like, at least I can finally find out who this guy is. He looks at him in the mirror and is like, I have no idea who this is. Because they're nobodies. The only one,
exactly.
The only one, if their minds get switched and you're going to get bagged. No, tell a lie.
Bruce Wayne,
Ted Cord, Oliver Queen, basically all the billionaires that are playing superheroes. Those are the only ones that are going to get caught. If you're like some schmo, like, you know, Peter Parker or Wally West, Barry Allen.
I'd love to see that in a Superman film where it's just totally off guard. It's like, you know, he puts his glasses on, someone sees it, and it's like, okay, you're a guy in a suit. I have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think. Yeah, I think with what he was saying about difference between DC and Marvel. Yeah, DC has characters are more godlike, but story-wise, I think you can kill it with that. I mean, they're killing the stories in the comic side of things at the moment.
I think what the problem is with Warner Brothers, there's too much from the old people at the studios that think they know what people want, and they're just saying, do this, do that, do this, and they have no real direction. And I think it's the poor directing and the poor writing. I don't think it has anything to do with the superheroes themselves. The superheroes themselves could have great stories. I don't agree with it. I just don't agree with it.
No, I don't agree either. I mean,
really good movies.
Yeah, I think in DC characters in a whole, like they always strive to have that kind of gritty relatability, if that's even a word, with people, kind of thing. That obviously, because they're like the detective comics, it's always that thing of like we're searching for something or searching for someone. So you have that element always. That's why like Superman's always kind of looking for that next, person to save, or looking for like a way to kind of to be closer to humanity, kind of thing. And as well with Marvel, it's that kind of we're living in the moment kind of thing. Like shit's happening to us because society doesn't recognize us. It's almost like a kind of racial divide, but with mutants, you know what I mean, kind of thing. So and in that sense, you've got polar opposites of how characters can relate to society and people in them. So I don't know what he's on, like he's chatting shit.
Exactly. And that's the thing that drew me to Marvel when I was a kid. Is like, especially X-Men. It's just that it's just the notion of being the outcasts. People don't like you. They don't want you around, kind of thing. It's like that racial divide. And that's what drew me to X-Men and Marvel. And, Spider-Man and that. But then, after reading Superman, The Death of Superman, that got me more into Superman titles and Batman titles. And the most enjoyable thing about Batman was just the different rogues gallery and the different story elements that you can have with it. And people always said with Superman it's hard to tell a story about Superman, but I mean at the moment they're telling pretty good stories.
I disagree when people say that, because they're
not the prequel, not just the ones that
not just the stories that DC are doing now with Rebirth and what they're doing now, but even in the New 52, which I'm not even a big fan of, I think there are a couple good stories in there. And then before that, there's I
like his story in the New 52 with his whole identity being outed and him losing his powers.
That was pretty good actually. That was a really good story. That was a really good story. So when people say you can't really do Superman, the only way you can't do Superman is in a video game, because how can you give Superman a life bar? That's the only way. That's the only way that doesn't work. But everything else, you've got no excuse. You've got no excuse.
That's
the key with a Superman video game isn't the life bar; it's failing missions. That's what a Superman game needs to be about. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You just saved the game franchise. That's the
whole thing is, because the whole thing is that you're meant to be the strongest man. You have missions. If you gotta save someone, like say for example, if two things are happening at the same time, who are you gonna save? If you get to one and save one, do you have time to get to the other one? If someone's attacking somewhere, can you get there? Which one's priority? What are you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then if you get to one and then you fail that one, then you failed both of them. But if you fail one, if you succeed at one, but obviously you don't have time to make it, at least you still finished one. But then there might be consequences to that, like a certain enemy might get that, or you know what I'm saying? That is how you do a Superman in that.
Gaming
save the
world,
Superman
anyhow,
you should have said that live.
And you don't give us the source wall in.
Like, we should have had that conversation off your
Hey, so I was gonna steal your idea now.
That was good.
I'm ready to.
That was good.
Evidence is there on YouTube now, dated and timestamped, fam.
You know, time is 8.
Now we can finally probably get a Superman game now, because it's been like we've got some crap Superman games out there. So now maybe we can get a good one. Now that it's out there.
Yeah, it's out there. There we go.
Rocksteady's apparently working on one, so
yeah.
If they do, you know, who would you want? The same guys that done Arkham or like some next guys? Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, what's next on the agenda? That was a lovely tangent. Sorry.
So yeah, it's going on to comic news.
I'm so bad.
A new Multiple Man series is expected to come out in July.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
So I think that's again, it's one of those things with.
Well, didn't he die?
Exactly.
Everybody's dead.
Exactly.
Didn't he die in X-Men versus
He died in Death of X.
Yeah, but there was a thing where
spoiler.
Yeah, something suggests that he didn't die because his the original one was supposed to be in some other country with his girl or something like that.
Was that Death of X when spoiler. It's like a few months old, man.
In Death of X, the one that Cyclops and them come across says that he's the real Multiple Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently in the story before Death of X, like the reason that doesn't make sense is because there was a story, I forgot what the story was, but he was supposed to be somewhere else with someone. Was that
Millar? Or
I think so. Yeah. So the fact that this guy is saying that he's the original one doesn't apparently it doesn't make sense.
All the dupes died as well in that story as well.
Yeah, but I'm not too familiar with him, but from when I did some research on him and I came across that, I was like, so they could bring him back. So this might be it. This might be bringing him back.
The writer is going to be Matthew Rosenberg.
Okay.
He did say he will explain that, because that's the thing. It's like people were like, isn't he dead? Didn't he die? But he said he is gonna explain away how
when is that out?
How he's back. That's in July, actually.
I might have to get that. I need to know. Like,
definitely. He's also doing. I don't think it's X Factor, but he's got X Factor characters in there.
Okay.
So anybody who's about to read this, just no, we don't know if he's dead or not. So you still got time. Like, just read it before July comes out.
He definitely died, man. Yeah, I don't know what. I need to find out from you what.
You know what? I think I'll message you later where I think I got the information from. I think it was one of them.
We'll tweet it out as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm sure.
Let us know if you've read it as well, just so we know that is he dead? Is he not dead? What happened?
I wish I could remember what I watched. I'm sure when you watch what I watched, and you do the research, it makes sense. That you know what I mean. But the funny thing is, the guy who's writing it now, he might not even do. He might do something completely different to what I just said. He might do something completely different.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I think I'll be getting that. That's intriguing now. Like I'm about that.
Anyways, there's quite a few new Marvel books coming out in the next couple months with this new Marvel fresh start.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you lot talk about this last week? We need to talk about that this week.
We did speak about it, a bit of it. There's more news on it, like this one, for instance, Multiple Man.
Venom from issue number 1, and they haven't announced who's going to be Venom, even though they kind of just literally, like, how many? Venom literally started from issue 1, like not that long ago, like literally last year.
Yeah.
I
think all the titles started. They either started from issue 1 or they had their legacy.
Their legacy number.
Legacy number. So this it's all just BS, man. I don't know what they're doing. It's total rubbish.
With the Venom thing, because I was reading that story that I haven't even finished because I didn't. You know that story with Venom that's going on with like tying into Spider-Man and.
Spoil it. No one cares.
Is it Venom Inc? Venom Inc.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that story. I can't. I will finish it, but it's like I can't bring myself to because it's boring.
Yeah, I've got it on my list as well.
I've probably read like 2 or 3, and I've got a few more to. And it's actually put me behind reading Spider-Man because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But I really wish they didn't do that, to be honest. But anyway,
No.
Venom, Eddie Brock's in there, and Flash Thompson's in there. I think Matt Gargan's in that story, so I'm guessing it could be either one of those three. Or they'll pick someone new, because the guy who's going around, I forgot the guy's name, who's going around giving people Venom suits, Venom symbiotes.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh yeah, I think that, I did finish that actually.
You did finish it?
I did finish that, but then there was another story. There's something else happening as well.
Oh, is it? Oh, no.
Yeah.
To be honest, I actually like stop.
when Kay and Rick gone.
Oh no, I was gonna say, do you think they're gonna just do a relaunch, like a soft reboot, or like a proper? Marvel never does that. I think like literally everything's just been carrying on like one continuous timeline. Like DC, obviously they do it all the time. They're like, oh yeah, but it's really quite, New 52, Rebirth, or whatever, and they kind of like do what they need to do to freshen things up. But Marvel is always that consistency of just carrying on, and retcon where need be, wherever writers think.
I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do a soft reboot. I don't think they're gonna do like a whole massive thing, because they. I don't know if anyone's reading Infinity Countdown.
No.
Nope.
I need to read that.
I don't read stories that are coming from movie titles that were coming from previous stories already.
Yeah, I mean, this one's a bit different because it's not. It's about the Infinity Stones, but it's a bit different. So basically, they're all changed now. All the colors have changed. The sizes of they're not gems anymore. They're actually called stones. You got the Power Stone that's as big as a mountain, and you got planets going around it. You got a few other stones with Captain Marvel and different versions of it in different universes are holding it.
Okay.
You got Wolverine. You know the story with Wolverine jumping from different books. You know what we were talking about last week, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's based on that Legacy comic. He's got the.
Where is Wolverine?
Yeah, which stone has he got?
He's got the. Is it the Soul Stone?
No, it's not the Soul one. It's the one he can teleport with.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Damn. So yeah, there's a story going on at the moment with Infinity.
Is Wolverine in that comic?
Yeah, he is. Oh,
for crying out loud, I'm there gonna go buy his comic, thinking that's where he's start. So I need to go read Infinity now.
It's called Infinity Countdown Prime. That's the first issue. There was one Infinity Countdown Adam Warlock. And that was last month. Yeah, even he's back. I'm not sure how many issues there's going to be.
How many are there now? In Infinity War.
2
issues.
Yeah.
Could you send me just the names of them like later so I can decide if I want to buy them?
We'll send everybody the names because viewers want to know too. If you haven't already read them.
Stay up on my stay up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's going to be 5 issues of it.
Okay.
Infinity Countdown.
Am I going to read another Infinity War? Am I going to read? I probably should.
I think based on that, I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to restart the universe.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if they're going to do a whole.
That sounds a bit dead.
Because they're going to do a whole reboot.
Because restarting the universe after, I think we said this the other day when they were doing Secret Wars 2. When they could have just done everything that they needed to do then.
Yeah.
And now they messed that up. Marvel, man.
It's all confusing now. There's so many things there's planets that were destroyed that have come back. And it kind of explains that as well. You know, Sakaar, where Planet Hulk was.
Planet Hulk. That blew up. But it's actually back now.
I think old characters coming back.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that being back because there was a character that I heard of, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
It was a Super Skrull.
Yeah,
one of the Super Skrulls are back. Ultron and Hank Pym. I think they've got the Soul Stone now.
They had.
It's actually pretty good. It was actually a pretty good read.
No, I'll get that because
definitely.
Yeah, stuff is slack. There's a lot of comics that I'm gonna end up cutting back down on because, like Jessica Jones, Defenders, Spider-Man, because the writers are leaving. So
Oh, okay.
And then I've got
Are they going to DC?
So yeah, one of them is. And then I've got Titans that's ending, and what's the other one on DC that's so I literally so I've literally got a bunch of comics that I subscribe to that I'm gonna end up having to that I won't be getting anymore.
Yeah.
So I have to think, what am I gonna read? To be honest, it might save me money. I might just start doing graphic novels again. It might be easier because
come to Image.
I've got no room. I've got no room. I've got Image comics. I've got Invincible. I've got Saga. I've got I Hate Fairyland. I'm about my Image comics.
Get more.
Hasn't Invincible hasn't that finished now? Did that?
That's finished, but that's finished. It was like about a month or two ago that Brian Utley posted his last image for.
Oh, really?
They know it's finished. Yeah.
Get Descended.
Invincible is really good. If you haven't read Invincible, like I recommend it. I started reading it, and then my boy started reading it, and he's finished it now, and I'm still like on volume 2. Like he breezed through it. He just couldn't stop. It's that good, but it is that good. Whenever I get a graphic novel of Invincible, I'll finish it in a day.
It's very good.
It's so good.
We love Image comics. Yeah. We love you, Image comics, and Vertigo. But yeah, there we go.
Even though all this palaver with Marvel going on, I think there are a few titles I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get the Jason Aaron's Avengers, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will check out the Multiple Man as well.
Okay, I think I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Are you checking that out, viewers? Check that out because
I've already pre-ordered Where is Wolverine? That's the only thing that's coming out that I've pre-ordered already.
I won't buy any Wolverine titles. I don't think.
You know I'm gonna buy a Wolverine title. Come on now.
Okay, comic book heads. What's next? Because you two could go on forever. I love it.
Yeah, I mean that's about it.
Did anybody watch The Flash? The premiere of The Flash. I got a little Easter egg that I want to share.
Yeah, I did.
I feel like Josh is just about to come off mute right now. Look, he's ready.
Right, so
you're on mute, Josh. You're on mute.
Well, let me finish my Easter egg. So basically,
he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to know.
The premise is just go somewhere. The premise is basically, Barry's in court for whatever for murder, which is irrelevant. At one point, he has to leave court. He literally says to the judge, "I gotta go. Somebody needs me," and he leaves. He doesn't expose himself. And they're fighting. Cisco and Killer Frost are fighting this nuclear guy, and this guy he's emitting like a lot of energy, a lot of nuclear energy. So Barry runs around him. And spoilers, by the way. Barry runs around him, and then Cisco's like, "I have to breach it somewhere. Where should I breach it?" And Harrison Wells is like, "Earth 15. Send it to Earth 15 because it's a dead universe. Because it's a dead universe." And I was like, "What?" So I literally paused it, went through my book. Because there's the DC Multiverse book that's got all the 52 Earths.
Oh, right.
So I paused it, and Earth 15, is a dead Earth officially in the DC canon, and I was really proud that they put that that they didn't just throw out a random number. It was officially a dead Earth, and it was destroyed by Superboy Prime. Destroyed it, and I was like, look at you, CW, doing your research. I was like, because you can't pull over on me. Like, I've got the book. You can't throw out Earth numbers. And
so, was that when he punched the universe?
Yeah.
Was that
the thing? Is, I think it was around that time that he had done it.
Josh is like, I can't even come back yet.
It was around that time when he had punched the universe, and then he had come to the main DC universe, and then he caused like a lot of havoc everywhere. So it must have been that was one of the Earths that he must have destroyed at the time, but. I just thought that was a nice little Easter egg because a lot of people won't know it. They'll just
I do remember watching it, and when he said that, I was like, I know there's an Earth too. I don't know the other ones, man.
In DC, there are 52 Earths. And there was a book I've actually got it. There's a book.
I'll wave to you when it's time.
In fact,
we're not really talking about the Flash.
You can come back. We're not talking about the Flash. You can come back. We're not talking about the Flash. But I'm just saying that in the DC universe, there's 52 Earths, and there's like there's a book about it as well. And for them to kind of throw in that Easter egg, like most people just hear the number and think nothing of it. Yeah. But like if you know your DC, you're gonna think, So I literally thought, let me go check my book and see what Earth that was, and yeah, they got it right. I was really happy. That was like the only thing of that whole episode that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, great! Now that episode's
great. We saved you, man.
We saved you, man.
Okay,
I was gonna say sidetrack. Did anyone see the trailer for Reboot, the Guardian Code?
Man, I watched it and I didn't understand it, man. I watched that thing and I was hoping I would get a flashback because I used to watch Reboot.
Reboot, the CGI
yeah.
Is there a trailer? Hang on.
When everyone was green.
Yeah.
Reboot with glitch.
Basically,
remember glitch?
Basically, basically, it's like real life. Yeah, and they go into a computer. It's like Power Rangers.
Exactly.
And it's like
it's like Power Rangers
identity. Trust it. There's a red one, a blue one, a black one. I forget which other color is. I don't know.
Yellow,
the red one, a blue one, a black one. There's 4 of them in it or whatever, and they look like the girl, the geeky one, the leader, the black guy.
Oh, it's live action.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the CG looks so bad. I'm like, are they doing it bad so that it looks like 1995 still? Or are
they just have no funding?
No budget or whatever. I was like, fair enough, it's meant to be in a computer. But then I was like, if they made it like either extra shit or just like extra good, like obviously they can't make it extra good. I would be like, yeah, let's make it extra shit on purpose. Just because it's live action. If it was literally a full CG thing, full animated thing, I would be all right with how the animation looks. But because it's live action, and then it goes into this thing, it's like, they're trying to be realistic, but it's not realistic.
Oh, they look like Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like Power Rangers, man.
Is this going to be like Sharknado or no?
Literally, Megabyte is still in it, and he still looks the same. But no one else is in it. There's no mention of anyone else. So I'm like, is this a continuation? Well, they talk to it like it's a soft reboot. You know what I'm saying? But I might give it a go to see what the first
Snap is Megabyte.
Whatever. No. But yeah, you see,
it's exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly the same time. Exactly the same. But, I might give it a go. Other than the Reboot logo and Megabyte, I haven't seen anything that looks the same as the old show. You know what I'm saying?
What's off-putting for me is just the live action. Like, I just don't want to see these people. I don't care who they are.
Exactly.
No more live action anything, people. No more live action.
Power Rangers too.
It looked cheap. I'm not even being. Yeah. I'm not trying to be like one of those people that just say things are bad because to say it looks cheap.
It
looks really cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to take cues from Power Rangers. Power Rangers looks cheap, and that's worked for them for years.
Yeah.
We liked cheap-looking Power Rangers. It's fun.
Well,
they had more money to continue on their series. So
man, that's something I didn't know about that. Thank you for that one, Josh.
That's one that I saw.
But no more live action, people. We no more, please. I beg. Full Metal Alchemist dead. Everything it's all dead.
I was gonna say
to
you, Isha, why are you wasting your time?
I didn't.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Because I wanted to just try and give it a go. I wanted to try. Yeah.
Have you seen any live action anime that's been good? I mean, excuse me if you have. Then shut my mouth. But
no.
Has anyone seen the Bleach trailer?
The what trailer?
Yes. Oh my days.
Which one? Bleach.
Yeah, live action.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty old, right?
Bleach
I think that's been.
I only saw it like a couple weeks ago. or something like that.
I
A
was
week and a
like,
bit ago or something.
no more live action. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
done.
know. They can't really do it too well, man.
When you were talking about live action Fullmetal Alchemist, I'm like, I'm not even acknowledging that because you're not ruining my show for me. That's my favorite anime ever.
Literally, the first 5 minutes was Wizard of Oz. Literally. And I was just like, I'm over this. And then like this weird Irish music afterwards. I was like, I'm over this. I'm over this.
Bleach trailer.
I just want but Bleach doesn't look good either.
I know, I'm just trying to see this horribleness.
Terrible. Oh,
it's by Warner Brothers.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I've not seen a good one yet.
No,
I've not.
We have yet to see a good one.
I just don't think anime works well. I don't think it translates well as live action. It's anime for a reason.
Is it because they don't have much character in it?
Well, like personality wise.
Yeah. I think the actors are trying to be too anime.
They try to. Go on.
Yeah, no, just they're trying to be too anime, and I'm just like, you can make the characters just everyday people, but just who happen to be going through this stuff. You know what I mean? You can make a nice spin on it without it being cheesy, but they're just trying to take it into some next cosplay magical overacting realm, and I'm just like, it doesn't work. It doesn't translate.
You see an anime where they're like, they're shouting for whatever reason. They do that in the live actions, and you're like, I've got this one Japanese movie called I think it's called Virus or something like that. It was back when I was buying like East Asian movies just for the hell of it, whether it was like kung fu movies or Japanese movies or whatever. And there's this one called Virus, and it's this guy who's like a prisoner who escapes from these people and ends up being chased in the forest, by like these mafia guys. And for whatever reason, there's a girl.
There's always a girl.
I can't remember I honestly can't remember the relevance of the girl. And while these guys are being chased, they turn into zombies for some reason. Zombies start chasing the guy and start chasing the girl and start chasing the mafia guys or the Yakuza guys, and then the Yakuza guys get turned into zombies. But anyway, getting to my point, the way the main character moves, he's like very anime flamboyant, like the way he turns. He's got a long coat, so he's like with the coat, and he's so anime. And I'm like,
that's it. All the arms behind
running straight, there's like action scenes. You know, like when in Dragon Ball Z where Piccolo shows up and he's like from the back.
Yeah.
That they do moves like that.
It just seems corny, right?
It's mad corny. To be honest, at the time when I bought it, I was like in my late teens, early 20s. I enjoyed it. I was very aware of how crap it was, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah.
But that just seems to be like Japanese, the way they do things. Even though I love this movie, Battle Royale.
Oh yeah,
there's always like the one crazy kid with the Uzi is just like the way he shoots is so anime. I just think, to be honest, no disrespect, excuse me if I'm wrong, I just think that's how Japanese are.
But like
that's what
like,
they do.
The anime concept worked. Like the anime concept worked in what was that film with the guy and he lived on a block and he was an actual kung fu master but didn't know it, and then he kept getting mashed up, but then he could heal really well, and it was kind of like a musical. And what was it called? And it's gonna annoy me.
I don't know.
What, the Goofy film? The Goofy film where everything's over the top and everything.
Yeah, what's it called?
But aren't they all?
No, and at the end, he did the 5 palm, what was it, technique, and then it was like Buddha hand, and then it crushed.
Wait, sorry, is that the movie with Jackie Chan and Jet Li?
No.
I don't know then.
It was the one with the guy. He was a master, and he's like special technique was the toad, and this guy was on. What was it called? And you had the woman, and she used to slap him with the slipper, and she had the rollers, and she was like a kung fu master.
You're talking about thingy.
I've got it on DVD.
What's it called?
And he was a kung fu master and he didn't know it. Oh my days. But Kung Fu Hustle.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's a sick movie.
Yeah. That was it.
Over the top.
Sick movie
is what I said.
Yeah.
But that was OTT. That was mad OTT.
Yeah, but like I don't know whether that used to be an anime, but that has that kind of anime like.
Yeah, that's the good.
But then it works. Yeah, that works. In that.
Do you know what
kind of thing.
The funny thing?
That was an anime because it was Chinese.
I'm sorry.
The funny thing with that, when I first watched it, I watched it on VCD. You remember back in the days, VCDs?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And I actually plugged it in. I plugged it in wrong, and it was in black and white. And I didn't even realize. I thought the film. Yeah, I thought the film was in black and white. And then when I saw it again at my mate's house, it was in color. I was like, oh shit! I was well embarrassed, but I actually prefer it in black and white.
Black and white, nice.
Yeah, it was sick in black and white. Because I think what it was as well is because you remember the bit where I think it's the two blind guys and they got that instrument.
The instrument.
Yeah.
So even the way they fought, they would just be like,
yeah.
That was so anime.
On that bit, because it's in black and white, you can't really see the details of the VFX. So when I saw it in color, it kind of had a different feel to it. And I was like, it doesn't look. It looks good, but it doesn't look that that great.
Yeah, it doesn't have that oomph. Yeah.
Going on a similar movie made. I think it was made by the same people. Shaolin Soccer.
Yeah.
Now,
that was over the top, but in a good way. I remember the bit where the guy kind of awoke in his like Super Saiyan soccer abilities, and he had the ball. He had the ball in his hand, and he's just spinning the ball. But you can literally hear the thunder strikes as he's.
But that works. But that works. You still had the characters. They still were kind of a little over the top, but they weren't so far where it's like it's too much. Like the Fullmetal Alchemist, you were like you're trying to take something that was already great. You just needed to make it more human-like. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to really be anime, and it's just like I
think it may be a cultural thing. And the reason I say that is because the Fullmetal Alchemist movies and the Bleach, which I haven't seen it, and what was the other one you watched that was live? Death Note. Tokyo Ghoul. They're Japanese, so that's probably how they do cinema. Whereas Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer, those are Chinese, so that's probably how they do cinema.
They need to merge the two.
I'm sure those people don't like each other, but
you know the director of Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle. He actually directed Dragon Ball Evolution as well.
Oh, you're joking!
That actually hurt. That look at just wounded.
Why did you even put that out there? You should have kept that a secret, man.
Ow! Oh, that hurt.
Oh, that's painful.
Actually, no, he didn't. Sorry, he didn't direct it. He produced it.
Okay.
But he produced it. He was still on it. That's rude.
Yeah. I was. Boy. All right. Well, anyway.
I just want to make a quick comic-y thingamajig.
Yes.
Even though no one reads it, Power Rangers is having an event issue 25 called Shattered Grid, and basically it's the story is meant to be about Lord Dracon, which is an alternate version, reality version of Tommy Oliver, the green/white/red Zeo /etc. Ranger,
Black Gold,
Black Dino Thunder, etc. Red Turbo, etc. So basically, he's an alternate version that he fuses the powers of the green and white Ranger, and I'm sure people online have seen like the picture of that. Oh, that green and white Ranger looks sick, fam. Oh, but they don't read the comic. They just see that picture and go, oh yeah, green Ranger looks sick.
Yeah.
So basically, in one story, they've already like defeated him already. I'm a few issues behind. Like issue 24 just came out, and I'm on like 19, I think. So I'm a little bit behind. But basically, they've defeated him once already. But basically, he's coming back, and what this whole thing's meant to be is that he's gonna like try and break, as I remember, the morphing grid, and it's going to affect like all the different Power Rangers. So this is going to be the first time there's going to be like Rangers from different seasons all like in the same comic book. And just because the comic is like, it's way deeper than the show. Like, obviously, everyone remembers the show. Camp that stuff or whatever. Like, and then everyone didn't like the movie because it was like, oh, this is too deep. There's not enough Power Rangers in it. The comic book is literally like the balance between the movie and the TV shows. It's like literally the middle. It's all the characters that you like. It's all the like. There's little bits like lines from the show that might have been said in one episode. Like, you know, the same way you were saying how in The Flash, they was like, oh, I looked up, they said about this Earth, and I went and looked it up, and there was the same Earth.
Yeah.
This Power Rangers comic is literally like that. Like, it takes things from the show that you wouldn't expect anyone to know about, or it was said once, like Zordon was just like, yeah, this is just some shit I'm making up to fill up the story, or whatever.
So is it canon? Is it canon? It's a comic canon?
It's not canon, but it's in its own universe.
Right,
It's a TV show, but it follows like the TV show. So
because I remember because I think I stopped watching it after the second or third generation. But from what I remember seeing, because there was loads of different other Power Rangers going about, Turbo and all that. Then were they all from different universes as well, or different?
They started off.
They all started kind of together. Like, first there was the Zordon era, which was Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, Space, and Lost Galaxy. Space is where, spoilers, Zordon dies. Basically,
everybody dies.
Because Red Ranger is like, you have to smash my energy tube and it will like cleanse the universe of evil and da. So the Red Ranger smashes his tube, he blows up like Rita and Lord Zed turn into humans or some bullshit. This is when they thought the show was gonna get cancelled, so they thought this was like the finale.
Oh right, okay.
So like bare of these bad guys, they just disintegrate and turn into dust. Goldar and all these guys that you saw, he was like, no, Goldar, don't die. Oh, and disintegrated, gone. So, and then in the next season, it followed on because they was like, oh, this series was so successful, we'll keep going. So then there was Lost Galaxy. Then all the way up until Disney bought the series or whatever. When Disney bought the series and they done Ninja Storm, it was like one of those ones, you know, when in any comic book movie or show, whatever, they're like, oh, I didn't know that superhero was real. I thought that was just in comics, or it was an urban legend or some shit like that. Whatever. It does that shit, innit? So they kind of dropped that when Disney started their series with Ninja Storm, but eventually we find out that it's still all in the same universe. Until they got to RPM. Until we got to RPM, which was in a apocalyptic future where computers had taken over the world and all this shit. And then when Saban brought it back again in Power Rangers Samurai, they had a crossover with the old because they take the Japanese footage. Every year, the Japanese make a film where the old team faces the new team and they fight. And then but they don't always use that footage over here. So they did use that footage once, but only the Red Ranger comes and he only has his voiceover. He was played by Ika Darville, who was that
guy that killed
in Jessica Jones.
Oh, right, okay.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he's the RPM Red Ranger. So he came and done his whole voice thing, but he came and he was like, oh, we're from an alternate dimension. So now that moves that series into an alternate dimension. So with some of them, it's like, which one's alternate? Like, say, for example, I'm Power Rangering forever, but Dino Charge, they basically had a thing at the end of their season where they went back in time and done some shit, and now dinosaurs still exist. So that's not on the same earth as all the other ones. Otherwise, time would be fucked or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? So anyway, back to the comic. It's just cool that there's like an event now. I feel like because at Marvel, you know, DC, they have these events every now and then. Have like a Power Ranger event where like they dropped a couple preview ones with the Time Force Rangers, and that's like my favorite series. And I was just like, Time Force Rangers, be the My Morphin Power Rangers. It's gonna be sick, fam. I just want to see all it. Like literally, like I get gassed anytime I'm reading an episode. Like when they go to these alternate dimensions or whatever, and you're seeing like they get like alternate costumes that are like battle armor to the original Mighty Morphin things, and they look sick. Like they had one where they found out that the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were from like the 50s or 60s, and like the Red Ranger was a girl, the Black Ranger was a girl or something like that, and the Pink Ranger was a guy, like, and they were a different team. And now they've started like this woman that's in the media starts like communicating with them all the time and is always backing them. They're having like the same whole stop destroying the buildings, man, and all this. And she's always backing them, saying that, you know, they help us, they protect us. And then they're like, who is this woman? Why does she keep backing us? And then she comes to him, she's like, I'm the original Red Ranger. And I'm like, hey! You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff is just like, I would recommend it to read. Like, even if you're not into it, it's a good superhero comic. And it deals with like, their outside stuff, like civilian things. Like, what do the Power Rangers do when they're hanging out? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a cool,
hang out early.
That's a good story. Yeah.
I've got the first graphic novel actually, so I just haven't read it yet. So Power Rangers is on like my reading list because I had high hopes for it. So if you recommend it, I'll read the graphic novel.
Yeah,
I've got the first one. How many volumes are there now? I'll Google it, but I'll get into it. I'll definitely get into that.
Yeah, and they got like some side stories, like where Kimberly goes. Remember, in the original series, she left. It's got like the continuation of that story. Like she goes to France, she meets some guys. There's some attacks there. She goes back to Zordon to like, I need my powers because like the Power Rangers are off-world or something, and they can't come and help. And Zordon gives her like this limited power, whatever, and her suit's a little bit different. And she drives on a motorcycle and sits. And that's just like the Pink Ranger side story. And I'm just like, that was such a good story. And it's good to know, like when you was little, you was like, oh, I wonder what happened to Kimberly. And then obviously did John note to Tommy like, oh, I'm breaking up with you because I met another guy or some shit. I can't remember if the guy that you meet in the comic is actually that guy.
Savage relationships in comics, boy.
It's just really good. I like that. It's just like all these off little things that you think, what happened to them when this happened and stuff like that. And you in the comic it explores all of those kind of things.
Yeah.
With like modern kind of comic thinking and not 90s enviro-friendly teenage.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Go and read the Power Rangers, people. Let us know what you think.
Definitely. Yeah. All right. I think that's it for today.
Yes. We have chewed through a lot on this cold winter morning. Should I say it was evening?
And we thought there was going to be nothing to talk about today.
Yeah, actually we did. There wasn't much major news, but yeah.
Thank you all for joining us at the Dasourcewall. Tune in next time.
11. Yeah.
Will I ever read the Power Rangers? Will Richard get a Wolverine comic book? Yeah. Will Isha read any Marvel comic books?
I will, maybe.
Will Josh ever watch The Flash or Black Panther? Tune in next time.
Are you gonna watch Black Panther before next week?
Please.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Okay.
Might go today. I was looking to go today because one of the reasons because I want to go. My girlfriend wants to go see it with me in it, and because our time matches aren't happening, she's like, "Oh, you want to go today?" I was like, "Oh no, I've got work, and then I've got the podcast." So yeah, but I could have left you guys and just went and watched Black Panther. But still, I will before next week. I'm not going to chat about it though. I'll just be like, "Sick." And then you don't already know.
We should give you 10 minutes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll give you 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Just have a rant about how good or how bad it was, man. Just take the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But anyway,
mixed race people in it. Racist film. I don't like it. Get out of my house.
Don't even start me on that stupidness. Don't even start when someone on Twitter wanted to do a petition about not having mixed race emojis. I'm like, fuck all the way off.
What?
Like, I'm not about this. I know.
What? I'm not even trying to get into a comment. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace and